Oh, glory be to God. What a beautiful day. And you see, background's different. I'm not at home. I'm over in Italy this weekend. We've been doing outreach. So yeah, I just said I'd do a video about the Colosseum. Quick one. I mean, this is an absolutely amazing piece of infrastructure. But as beautiful as the Colosseum is on the outside, many evil things happened on the inside. We know that many Christians were persecuted, in fact, in the Colosseum, and that was orchestrated by Emperor Nero, who his name actually added up to 666. That's when persecution really started on Christians, was under the regime of Emperor Nero. It did continue because when Christianity arrived after the crucifixion of Jesus and Jesus resurrected, and as Christianity embarked, it spread and it came to Rome. You know, Paul was directed by God to come to Rome, and you know, apostles as well. Paul was in fact martyred in Rome. So was Peter. As far as I know, out of the apostles, he was martyred there as well. It's not really documented, in fact, in scripture where Peter and Paul was in fact persecuted or killed. But yes, Paul was martyred in Rome and Peter was as well. The gospel spread in this city like wildfire, and then that was obviously an offense to the Roman Empire. The Romans, who their belief at the time was paganism, they worshipped all different false gods, idols, and Christianity opposed that, and worship of Jesus Christ opposed that. And then there was a fire in the city of Rome and Christians were blamed. Emperor Nero, who's a monster, he blamed the Christians for Rome getting fire, and then there was an onslaught assault on Christians. And you can see in the Colosseum there was Christians who was burned to a stake at the amusement of the Roman Emperor and the spectators. Christians were being lit up on fire in here. Christians were being mauled and eaten by animals, by tigers, for the amusement of the spectators. Very interestingly, when Christians were seen burned at the stake inside the Colosseum, they were still giving glory to Jesus, and spectators were seeing what was going on. Revival still continued even as the severe persecution happened of Christians in the city of Rome. It still continued. People were still coming to Jesus Christ. What was meant for evil, God is meant for good. Go back to Emperor Nero's time. Again, he was a monster, and this persecution derived from spiritual wickedness. Nero was possessed by Satan. In fact, Nero's name adds up to 666, so the devil's number. So even people at the time thought Nero could in fact be the Antichrist. Now, Nero was an Antichrist, but he wasn't the Antichrist. The Antichrist is still waiting to rise. The Antichrist could in fact be here right now, but Nero wasn't the Antichrist. But he was an evil emperor who gave Christians a terrible time. But eventually I think Nero killed himself. Now, rumour has it when the city of Rome was burning down, Nero was playing a violin or a musical instrument at the time of the burning down of Rome. Was Nero himself, and just put the blame on Christians. Christianity was such a threat to paganism, to pagan religion, because obviously the Roman Empire sacrificed, blood sacrifices. I don't know, was human sacrifice involved, I'm not too sure, but they done all sorts of sacrifices to all different gods, rain gods, sun gods, all different kind of gods. And then Christianity came, and then the word of Jesus Christ spread. Christians were spreading the love of Jesus, dying on the cross. Christ can get you into heaven. But imagine the gospel was still being preached by warriors of God, by warriors of the Lord, but Christians were still being killed. That continued for a long time under the regime of the Roman Empire. The persecution of Christians continued until Constantine, even under Marcus Aurelius, even after the death of Nero. And then obviously it continued on as Christians were still being persecuted, but it was stopped by Constantine. Now, Constantine the Great was a great emperor. All I know about Constantine the Great was he stopped persecution of Christianity. I'm not sure what his motivation was, but he did stop the persecution of Christians, and religious freedom was exercised, even though Constantine the Great did adopt paganism and mix that with Christianity. And today we have the Catholic religion. But you kind of wonder as well, after the fall of the Roman Empire fell, and then came Catholicism. Now, was that a twist of the enemy? Was that one of Satan's devices? Was, you know, because Christianity was getting successful, did the devil devise a way to stop salvation and bring in paganism and Christianity and mix it up? And yeah, because, you know, the Catholic Church, the Vatican was another fierce empire, another institution that controlled, just like the Roman Empire, but more subtly, maybe not as fierce as the Roman Empire, done spiritual damage anyway. You know, we know the Roman Empire done physical damage, the persecution, the control, the nations that took over Israel, the Middle East. We know what it done. The way they oppressed countries came in and ruled with an iron fist. But then Catholicism then crept in, and more subtly, and you wonder, was that a device of the devil? Because we know the Catholic Church, Catholicism, is not of God. As again, I love Catholics, but I don't love the institution, the system. This is just a bit of history about Christians in this nation. So, you know, coming to the end of this video, and fair enough to this channel, my name is Sean Clue, the Preaching Petty. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I hope to see you soon. Stay blessed.